On the streets, he was known as White Boy Rick. Behind bars, he's Richard Wershe Jr. He's the longest-serving juvenile drug offender in the history of Michigan. And now an old enemy is working to set him free. Rick Wershe has been behind bars for more than 28 years now.
Yeah, the parole board refuses to consider his release, so does the Wayne County prosecutor. But tonight, Wershe is getting new support from someone who may have once wanted him dead.
Defender Kevin Dietz shows us some surprising support.
Rick Wershe says he never deserved the name White Boy Rick because he was never a big-time drug kingpin. And now he's getting support from someone you'd never suspect. Rick Wershe was a 17-year-old kid with a wicked nickname, White Boy Rick. He was a drug dealer in Detroit, but not the kingpin the police, prosecutors, and media made him out to be.
Rick was nowhere near me. From a scale of 1 to 10, I'm a 10. I say he was about a 2. Rick couldn't touch me with a 10-foot pole. They was making this boy way bigger than he was. And I just said, where is they getting this stuff from?
That, according to a new HBO special currently under production by Transition Studios and award-winning producer Sean Reck. It's the story of Rick Wershe, Michigan's longest-serving nonviolent juvenile offender. Wershe was busted at 17 years old with 8 kilos, and he's still in prison 28 years later.
He's not what they said he was, and what they made him was made by the cops.
Law enforcement created almost the perfect criminal.
I'm sorry to tell you that the legend of White Boy Rick is just not true.
As part of the HBO documentary called 650 Lifer, Rick tracked down Johnny Curry, who by his own accounts was a real drug kingpin in Detroit. He says Wershe was small time and should have been out of prison decades ago.
I did way more than he could possibly have done to get that kind of a sentence. I say Rick should have did 7, 8 years and been home. Should have been home 20 years ago.
I called Rick Wershe, who's currently at the Oaks Correctional Facility, to ask him about the HBO project and the endorsement from Johnny Curry.
It surprises me a little bit, but I just think that he knows, again, that I was never what I was made into be.
It's an odd endorsement because Rick Wershe was a teenage informant tipping off police to drug dealers starting at the age of 14. Eventually, Wershe would help police make a case against Johnny Curry that sent Curry to prison. And when Curry did go to prison, Rick Wershe moved in with Johnny Curry's wife, Kathy Volson Curry, who was the niece of then Mayor Coleman A. Young.
He was gone, and I hooked up with his wife. I mean, was it the smart thing to do? Probably not, but I don't think he holds it against me 30 years later.
Wershe was sentenced to life in prison. Later, the court said juvenile drug dealers must have a chance at parole. Some say Mayor Young didn't like Wershe with his niece. Young called Wershe a stool pigeon when Wershe gave police information on the mayor's bodyguard. Others say Wershe's real enemy is recently deceased police officer, city council member, and part-time movie star Gil Hill, who was investigated for taking bribes based on Wershe's testimony.
I think anyone at this point can look at this case and say, listen, something personal's going on. This has nothing to do with the crime in which I was convicted.
Now Johnny Curry is speaking out, saying it's time to let the kid wannabe drug dealer out of prison.
Oh, he did enough time. Murderers, he did more time than murderers. He done served a lot of time for something that he wasn't. Bottom line, for something that he wasn't.
HBO is hoping to have the documentary on air by the end of the year, and Hollywood is also making a movie. But Rick Wershe's fastest way out of prison is still with the Supreme Court, who's expected to rule at any time if he can be resentenced. Kevin Dietz, Defenders.